Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, we're going to talk about Ethereum, we're also going to talk about the total altcoin total market cap. As you know, since like mid-August, we've been on a downtrend, basically from like 160 billion and basically double bottom, just about like a 120 billion, and we're looking for another retest of low 100 billion. We're going to talk about it later on. If you take a look at Ethereum, we talked about Ethereum previously. When Ethereum was pumping up to almost $400, we said we're going to be retesting low 300. We did that, and we said look for a rejection just about like a 340 to 360 range, just about the daily 2-1 EMA. Basically Ethereum got rejected just about like a 365 to a 370 area. So it is going to be challenging for Ethereum to break the daily 2-1 EMA. We're going to talk about it. But first thing first, we're going to start off with BTC and recap what we talked about last time before the sell-off. All right. So we're going to start off. We're going to get a clean chart, and we're going to start off on the daily time frame. We're also going to talk about the weekly, monthly, and quarterly, and all that good stuff, because we're going to get a macro view at the same time, and basically talk about what I'm expecting for the next few months. All right, for BTC. So now let's take a look at BTC on a daily basis. If you guys remember our previous one of our previous analysis, when BTC dumped down to a 10K area, most analysts been looking for 9K, 7K, and all of that good stuff. And I was like, guys, be cautious. Once again, just because we got a nasty drop, I'm a bear, okay? And I told you if we close below 10.9, we're gonna be dropping, right? So we basically took the long right there at 10K, took it all the way up to 11, basically flipped to short and took it all the way down to a low 10K, and basically price pumped back up. I'll give you an update before BTC pumped back up, right? We said if we pump to this level, we're gonna basically flip to short again. So we basically flipped to short, started shorting exactly at 10.945. Okay, price hit like 10.960, stuff like that, right? So you take a look at 10.960 was exactly 10.945, depending which exchange you're using. But I was just trying to front run it and basically look for 10.945, especially when you're using Bitstamp, right? So on Bitstamp was like 10.945, but on other exchanges price hit like 10.964. So basically we took another short entry right there, okay, and basically taking it to the downside and still looking for a low 10K area. So this area was very profitable for us. Not too much in and out. All you have to do is just sit tight, relax. Because if you guys remember when BTC was right there, I was like, this area going to be low volatility range. The only thing you need to do is either take a long position or a short position and wait for your take profit range, right? So if you basically try to do too much in and out in this range, you're most likely gonna get stopped out all the time. Okay, so this range we basically shorted right there and basically put a stop loss at 11.6. So the only way BTC can kick you out is like it has to be a real pump, not like a 3%, 4% pump and all of that good stuff, right? So now let's take a look at basically the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame for BTC, even though we're dropping, right, it is not aggressive. So we just still have to be very, very cautious until we basically break the weekly 2-1 EMA, currently at 10.168. So if we can break 10.168, right, or 10.2 level, right, just to round it up, we could possibly say, hey, we could be looking for the weekly 100 EMA, excuse me, right? The weekly 100 EMA just about like 83 to 84 area, which is right there, depending which exchange you're using, right? So that's the next macro level we're gonna be looking for. It's not macro, but just about 10% to 15% drop. That's the level we're gonna be looking for if we break the weekly 200 EMA in this range, right? Looking at the candle bodies, right? You can see this move is pretty protective, right? In order to stay bullish, we're just gonna have to close above like at least 11.6, okay? Until we close above like 11.6, I'm not gonna be bullish on the BTC, and just have to wait till we close above it and basically could look for higher numbers, right, up to basically 14K if we're gonna be breaking like a 11.6 to 11.8 area. But as of now, since like a mid August, right there, right, August 17th, the week of August 17th, we've been dropping. Okay, we've been dropping. So it's been over like 45 days, guys, and bulls still on hibernation. So I don't see why, you know, most people want to be bullish on this downtrend. Okay, most people are still looking for 14K just because they want to sell their BTC at 14K. I don't think 10K is enough for them. So they, you know, they be like, oh, we're gonna pump to 14K. So once we pump to 14K, they're gonna, you know, sell their BTC and tell you guys, oops, now let's go to the downside. Market doesn't work that way. Market doesn't care what we think, what we want, or all of that good stuff, right? So we just have to go with the chart. The current momentum is downward, so we just stay with the current momentum. So now let's take a look at the 3 weeks chart, right? So if you guys remember well, last couple of back in July, okay, July and August, I said it clearly. If we close below this area of 10.9, it is going to be a new downtrend. Okay, you can see we did close below it, and as you can see, we cannot even like break it. Okay, over the last 45 days, right, since like we broke it, you can see like we pumped 50% of this body candle, could not close above it, and then like now we basically up and right at it. So we just have to basically try to close above it over the next 3 weeks. It is going to be very challenging. Once again, if like we can pump above like 11.6, we could try to possibly look for like a 12K and so on. But on the 3 weeks chart, it seems like the bears in control, right? Clearly they're in clear control, and we could be seeing like a further move to the downside. So this candle is very, very, very important. So we just have to basically pay attention to it. That's the candle of the mid-August 2020, you know, mid-August 2020 reversal body candle. So if you're still bullish, I would just be cautious. If you're looking for like a 14K, 16K, just be cautious basically until we break like 11.6. We could possibly get a high chance. We could possibly get a chance, not high chance, but get a chance to basically hit a 14K and so on. But as of now, I would just pay attention to my monthly 21 EMA, which is right there, which is just about like 8,800. Okay, between 8,800 to 8,300. That's the level I would be looking to buy if we get a sideways correction within this range with a nice bottom formation and stuff like that. Other than that, we could basically, you know, see some massive capitulation over the next few weeks and so on, right? So now, next level we're going to look at, it is going to be our quarterly chart, right? Our quarterly chart, if you guys remember when I gave you the macro view, I said it clearly, it is going to be very, very important for BTC to be able to close the bulls, okay, to basically be very aggressive, right, and close above like a 10.8, something like that, 10.850. Okay, so we did not close. We closed, this candle closed barely, just about like 10.7, you know, 10.778. Okay, we needed to close just about like a 10.780. So it was kind of very, very close, right? So it is very crucial for the next 3 months, you know, what type of a body candle we're gonna get. All right, so I wouldn't be also too bearish on the quarterly chart, right? Because we can still pump above 10, not 10.6, but 11.6, which is 50% of this week. We can still pump, you know, within this quarter. I'm not sure if it's gonna be, if it is going to be a week to the upside, a you know, nice uptrend or something like that. Because remember, the quarterly is 90 days. So what I'm saying right now, it could even be like a push to the downside, right? Retest, you know, 96 and go all the way up to like 11.6 before dropping. You see what I'm saying? So it could be that way, but on a lower degree. But on the quarterly, you're just gonna see a week to the upside. So just keep that in mind until we basically break 11.6. You know, I wouldn't be too bullish on BTC because this area, it is all wicks. Nothing, no body candle above this line at 10.8 actually. Okay, at 10.8, no body candle above this trend line. So let's see if we can get a body candle on the quarterly basis above this you know, 10.8 area. So that would create some bullishness, and we could look for just about this area of 14K after that, right? So bulls actually know what they need to do, right? Bears, they don't need to do anything. They just have to keep shorting this sucker, and then we could look for some some much lower numbers after that, right? So guys, let's go and take a look at the 6-hour time frame, right? So now the lower degree, it is pretty engulfing, big volume, big drop, nice move to the downside. Price is below 21 EMA on a 6-hour, below 100 EMA on a 6-hour. All the basically it is a very bearish setup we are basically looking to create right now. Okay, and I give my guys an update last night, and I said it before the monthly candle started, right? I was like, guys, let's just put a stop loss, right? Even though we got a clear head and shoulder pattern formation, a basically clean fractal, these two moves are pretty identical, right? You can see same exact move we got right there. Same, you don't even need to look for anything else. Same exact move we got right there. So I was like, we most likely going to be dropping. So, but however, let's just put a stop loss at entry, right? In case like anything crazy happens, and then we just gonna protect ourselves, and we basically drop right at support level. So we just need to break this 10-4 area on the lower degree to try to retest the low 10K area, which is our next target range. Okay, next target range going to be just about like a 10K area, and then we're gonna basically give you guys another update for BTC. So let's take a look at the MACD on 6-hour time frame. So MACD on 6-hour time frame gave us a nice low volatility range. So you just got to be able to avoid this low volatility range if you're not sure which way market going to go, right? You can see like we got a nice low volatility range. All of a sudden, what we got next, bang, a move to the downside. So I think somebody in our premium group was mentioning like everything was pointing to the upside regarding the RSI, MACD, and all of that good stuff. But it is something like you got to keep in mind when you get a low volatility markets, right? And when you get a low volatility and price is making high lows, right? Most likely your indicator is going to be pointing up, okay? Because remember, price is still making high lows, right? Right there, you can see right there, and then also making high highs, right? So all your indicators most likely going to give you either sideways correction, right, with a small uptrend. So you're going to get confused. You're going to be like, oh, we're moving to the upside and all of that good stuff. Market always looks bullish when it's going up and always looks bearish when it's going down. So you cannot say like, oh, this sucker is bullish, we're going to the upside because it is 3%, 4% up, right? You gotta be able to pay attention to other details and try to protect your your capital and make sure to put stop loss and all of that good stuff. But the good thing is like the group was in a short since like 10.960, 10.945. So we just have to stay tuned, stay tight, and not do too much in and out and wait for targets, right? That's the safest way to trade BTC. But if you want to basically trade this choppy range, guys, that's not easy to trade. This chop, I'd rather trade alt than trade BTC in this choppy range, right? We just took a short, that's it, nothing else. Just wait for target, right? Wait for target. So next thing we're going to take a look at, it is going to be Ethereum. If you watch my previous Ethereum target analysis, I gave you guys a target of what, low $300, right? And after that, I'm saying like Ethereum, I just don't want to give like a short-term target. I'm just going to give you a longer-term target, right? Which is basically low $300. And then after that, we're going to be looking for mid 250 and 270 area, right? So, but before we, start to be extremely bearish on Ethereum, I'm bearish, okay? But we could see a stronger momentum for Ethereum if we can break the weekly 21 EMA just by like a 316, right? We started shorting just by like 360, okay? Myself, I started shorting like 340 and been adding up to 360, 366 because I was pretty confident of this candle right there. The late August weekly candle was pretty protective, right? So I was using it whenever I see like Ethereum pushing to the upside, I just flip to the weekly, and it kind of gives me some confidence, like most likely it's gonna drop back down, right? So you can see like, but you can see like we looking to a retest weekly 21 EMA just about like a 316. So keep an eye on 316 to 300 range. If we break it, next level to look for it is going to be like just about 250 to 270. All right. Could you wait for 200? Yes, you could wait for 200 range, but I'm gonna give you guys another update. I just don't want to basically give a big target and you guys gonna be waiting for like a month to basically for Ethereum to hit target. But 270 once again is a very critical resistance slash support for Ethereum. As you can see, I mentioned it previously. You can see like we got resistance right there, resistance support right there. Take a look at it. Got another one right there, and we got another one right there. So not sure if like we're gonna get a support at 270 if we break the 21 EMA. However, right, we just have to respect it, right? Just because we're looking for we bearish, doesn't mean like we just have to ignore all support area. Best thing to do, take profit, wait for price to move sideways, for like a 3 to 4 days, 5 days, 1 week, stuff like that, and you basically reevaluate. Another basically bearish setup for Ethereum is like you can see like the MACD on the weekly basis. It is looking to cross down. That's not a good sign at all. Since like late January, mid-January, we've been on an uptrend. So, and you can see like mid-August, we started the downtrend. But I don't think the move, once again, it is going to be a straight line. Most people, whenever you get a cross down, most people basically tend to say, oh, we're going to the downside. Yes, we're going to the downside. But however, you got to keep in mind, it is going to be like this. Okay, it is going to be like this. So you got to be able to wait for this move also. That's what I'm saying. If we drop down to 270, best thing to do, 270, 250, best thing to do, take profit and wait for the weekly MACD to basically try to give you a fake out to the upside. This could basically give us another move to a 300 and so on. I'm not saying it's going to play out like this, but it is something like to keep in mind and try to anticipate it in case you get it. You're not going to basically be panicking and all of that good stuff, right? Just like we talked about BTC on this move, let's take a look at it. On this move, right, when this was dropping right there, so we did anticipate the move to the upside, right? When this was dropping, I was like, guys, let's just close 60%, at least 6% of our position and wait for this move because it could pump back up, right? So when it pumps back up, we're just gonna add back to our position because we already closed 60 to 70%. So you're already still in short, right? If it keeps dropping, you just take profit at 10K. If it pumps back up, you just add back to your short. And that's what we did exactly. So let's just keep that in mind, right? So next thing we're going to take a look at, it is going to be alt total market cap. So alt total market cap, it is giving us a bearish momentum, right? So you take a look at it, right? I showed you guys this pattern, a drop, a three-way move pullback. What do you expect next? You're gonna expect another drop. So as you can see, alt is basically altcoins. They're looking to make this move. All right. So if they're gonna be making this move, we just have to basically look for support at 2-day 100 EMA, right? Or 3-day 100 EMA, which is right there. So if you're very bearish, you could be looking for the 2-day 100 EMA just by like 100 billion market cap. It means we could see another 30% to 40% drop in alt total market cap, right? So that could be like a 50 to 60% drop in most alt. So you just have to keep that in mind. So next support area for alt, it is going to be just about the 3-day 100 EMA, right? Between the 3-day 100 EMA, which is like 104, and the 2-day 100 EMA, which is like 112. So I would be cautious once we hit this level, okay? Would be accumulating alt again, right? Would be buying the dip and waiting for price to move sideways. You can either, okay? Not financial advice, right? But you could either wait for alt to double bottom somewhere around here, and you're gonna look for the next move back to like a 120 to 130 range, and then basically get out. But as of now, Basically, the momentum is clearly to the downside. We got a clean double top. Clean double top, okay? August 14th, right? We got a top, and basically September 1st, we got another top. So if you're not paying attention to that, you're gonna be like, oh, you're just paying attention to the double bottom and high lows, and you're gonna be like, oh, we're making high lows, blah blah blah, bang, okay, bang, bang to the downside. So let's just keep that in mind, okay? All right, guys, that's all I wanted to cover today. So if you're new to our content, make sure to join our public Telegram group, link in the description. If you're looking to join our premium group, make sure to send me a message, and I'm gonna give you the information to join our Discord premium group. All right, guys, be safe. October could be the most bearish month for BTC, so I would just be I'm gonna be a bear for at least until we break 11.6, and we could see what type of structure we could get next. Right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.